Well, here we have two very different bikes. They're both electrically powered and they're both made by Giant. One was made in 2008 and was designed for no off-road use whatsoever, and the other one is state-of-the-art. So we'll start with the retro bike. This is a Giant Twist 2.1 with a double nickel metal hydride battery on it, and when that was new that would give you a range of about 40 miles. See there, both batteries are lockable via key. For gears, we have this hub motor on here. It's a 7-speed Shimano Nexus hub motor, gear, internal geared hub, which is reasonable, quite smooth, but doesn't really provide much range in terms of hill climbing capabilities and stuff like that. The bottom bracket is your standard cheapo Walmart style. In here sits the controller, I believe. It hasn't got the original stem on it, it's got this thing, so it's more. It had the cow horn handlebars on it before, but Mum really didn't like those, so we put these mountain bike style ones on it. It's got these on-one grips on here. Here we have the control panel. This switches between batteries. So there you go, you've got your battery readout right there, just some normal LEDs. Modes, Eco, Normal and Sport. Sport provides you top speed of 15.5 miles an hour. Woohoo! This is an older e-bike, that switches, there's the other battery. It's only on 2 bars, that one. These older e-bikes were only limited to 200 watts. That was law back then, so 200 watt rabbit tool manufactured brushless motor. Really high quality unit, if a little low powered. Although to be honest on this it seems quite peppy anyway. It has a Cannondale style head shock fork on it, which provides about 50mm of travel, which is very spongy. They always are on these. It has got a few marks and scratches on it, I will say that much. But yeah, it did the job back in the day, but Mum thought it looked like something a granny should be riding and she shouldn't be riding, so she decided to get this. She works in, what's the name of that thing with the phlebotomist? Yeah, she's a phlebotomist. I don't know the actual other, I can't say the other word to do with it, but well, she's not, she does that as well as other stuff to do with the NHS. So this is delivered, this red bike's used to transfer stuff to and from work and stuff in town, so it's more convenient than travelling by car, and you don't get all hot and sweaty being on an electric bike, whereas you can on a regular one, and you can still exercise because you can change the modes. Like you can have it in Eco Plus, Sport mode if you want to go a bit quicker and don't want to pedal as hard. And yeah, so here's your controls on this thing. This is the first time seeing this one. This connects to your phone and all that kind of stuff, so you can alter all the other settings on your phone. You're up and down for the power level you want. There's a light button on here. I'm not sure if this one has a light fitted. No, it doesn't appear to have. It's got the 500 watt hour battery on it. The motor is a Yamaha electric motor on here, so it's 70 newton meters of torque. Far more torquey than the old Giant Twist over there. And if you really like torque and you really like going up hills and you really want a wheelie, not that Mum does that really, but this is a massive, I believe it's a 42 tooth cassette, 4211. Look at the size of that thing. Holy, let's see what's it saying on there. Yeah, 42 tooth. So yeah, it's going from 42. The next one in the raster is 37, 22, hang on. 32, sorry, 28, 25, I can't see what the others are because they're way it's stepped. See, it goes all the way down to an 11. It has a Shimano jaw with a clutch on it, so you can really ride this thing off-road. It's got a bolt through axle. This is a plus bike after all. It is a ladies plus bike, but it is a true plus bike. 27.5 times 2.6. It's boost spacing rear axle, of course. The wheels are Giant's own brand wheels. They're the same as the ones, or similar to the ones on the Giant Rain. But that's not a plus bike on the rear. It's got boost on the front, it's not got boost on the rear. Or at least the older one didn't have, that my mate had. These look similar. Reinforced spoke eyelets, fairly good stuff. Comes with a I like the way bike manufacturers have got it in their heads that you actually need one of these now. It comes with something that all bikes should come with from the factory, a chainstay protector. Stops the chain from destroying the paintwork, which is very good. For suspension forks, we have an SR Suntour XCR, and it has rebound damping, which you don't normally see on many Suntours. It's got the Q-lock axle though, which you've got to be careful with. If you saw my video a little while ago, I kind of broke one of these and I still need another one. The end just sort of fell apart. So taking that in and out, you have to be very careful not to damage this thing. That sort of, I'm not going to demonstrate it because I'd really rather not. Tapered frame, of course, tapered headset, tapered steer tube, tapered everything, of course. We have internal cable routing as well for our brakes and gears. Talking of brakes, they're Shimano. These are the new Shimano ones. They look a bit like the SLX, but they're the Shimano Duo. Very similar, a bit more plain in design, a bit more basic on finish, but still very good brakes no less. I've not measured the bars, but looking at them and by feel, I'd say they're 680 wide, something around there. I might be wrong. This is a 10-speed setup, of course, as I said earlier. And yeah, boost axle on there, so 15 by 110. Rebound adjust. The other side of the fork, it is a coil fork, it's not an air fork. You can get these in an air version. Yep, there you go, and there's your preload adjuster right there. And this is a woman's specific fork, so it has a weaker spring in here compared to the men's version. It feels really soft, so you know, it will actually move if you're a lighter rider. This is a smaller frame, so they've taken that into consideration. If you are a heavier rider but a bit shorter, you could probably change the spring. If you asked, there would be a fee for that, of course. This bike has a load of like stuff on it. Mum's put, you know, some sort of medical bag thing on there, and there's like a power bank bag on here, charge your phone and whatever. So yeah, it's a pretty good bike. When I say pretty good, it's very good. You know, they're not cheap, but they are very, very good after all. You know, very good for people that just want an easy experience getting to work, or you know, enjoying off-road trails without having to sweat quite as hard. So you know, you can run the dog through the woods and everything. This thing really could handle most stuff at like Bike Park Wales. The only thing on this might need changing is those forks eventually, but I know there is a set around here anyway, so that's not even a problem for us if she wanted to do that. For now, she's got that other Diamondback, so that's cool. That concludes this video. See you later.